Sorry about that. I'm a little... I need to turn that bright light on. I liked it earlier. It was good. It's gonna fall. I'll just sit back. Hi, Karen. I have your CDs. Whenever you want them, I have them. Jenna Mammina in the house. I just talked to 5 people in about 9 minutes. Vinny. About that would all be landing in New Orleans about now, or landing next week about now, and it's in our DNA. It's where we're supposed to be. And I need a taller pillow. And if I take my pillow out of there? Yes, I have pants on. I have a dress on. Civil Savage, what's happening? Lori Whitaker, what's happening? Jim Marone. Hello. Melanie Demore. Hello, my sister. So, yeah, I talked to 6 people. I thought I said 5. I talked to 6 people, and like, I texted one, and then I texted another one, and I thought, I know what this whole thing with Facebook Live and 11/11 with Jenna happened over years of wanting to do it, and then starting to do it, and then not doing it. And one day, while I was really sick, because I went back to the very first one the other day and went, oh my God, you look terrible, and you sounded terrible, and why were you on Facebook Live? But I'm super psyched that I did it, and I'm super psyched that Winter is here, and Lee is here, and John is here, and I'm supposed to be in New Orleans, as are a bunch of my people, my family, my New Orleanian, I can't even say it, New Orleanian chosen family. So here's what's going to happen. Starting tonight, and I probably should do it till the last night I was scheduled to be in town, but definitely through this weekend, into next week, through the following weekend, because Jazz Fest is 2 weekends, the last weekend in April and the first weekend in May. It's going to be New Orleanian music. It's going to be people that I know from there. It's going to be people that have performed on stage, and maybe I should just not talk tonight, because this is like my 3rd live today. My 4th live. It's my 4th live today. I got to see who's here. Mary Judas is watching. Paul Kemp. Physical distance, sir. That was funny. Did you catch my joke a little bit? Hi, Rich Covert. Who else? Janelle, Michelle, Burdell. 11 people. 11/11 with Jenna. Willits. Hello, John. Oakland. Winter. Lee Bloom, are you in the Bay Area? I mean, not the Bay Area, but are you in the East Bay? I'm working some tie-dye. Well, 2 reasons why I'm working the tie-dye. Because our special guest tonight is her friend Jeff is calling me right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But Gina said she's going to wear tie. She said I got to get some hippie shit out. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just put on some of my regular clothes. And this particular piece of clothing is by Tie-Dye Patty. But this right here is from a dirty boy in New Orleans. Vance Vargas makes this on Charter Street, where I definitely would have seen him today. I would have walked into the quarter, They would have been on the square. Tonight we would have been on the square dancing. So it's not a shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's a celebration of New Orleans for the next 2 weeks, because I was going to be there for 2.5 weeks. I'm waving to y'all right now, so hold on while I get it going on, because I know some other people popped on. What's up with what? What did I miss, Janelle? Oh, 4 lives? Why did I do 4 lives today? Oh my gosh, all these people. Oh, I look very pretty tonight. Oh, thank you, sir. Joseph Romer. Hi, Los Angeles. You're an old hippie. Bernita. I had hair down to my shoulders. So, Gina, your friend just called me. Are you with him? I'm confused. Anyway, 4 lives today. Well, the first one was 11:11 at 11:11 a.m. today. And the second one, I wanted to remind people about the fundraiser that I did tonight. And the third one was the fundraiser that I did tonight. And now. So, I'm excited about this week. So most of the people, one couple of friends were like, oh, I'm so shy. And that's what I say all the time. Oh, but I'm shy. I'm so shy. So they're coming. So I know I can tell you a couple people who are going to be here. Can I? Or should I just surprise you? Barbie Bromberg in the house. Barbie Bromberg in the square. Everyone's in the square. I'm just going to surprise you. Because it might change. It's sort of like making a set list. I make it. Meg Neely. Hey, girly girl. How's Colorado? So now we have Colorado. We have all kinds of stuff going on. Annette Aguilar, New York City. Well, you're in the Bronx. Leslie. Hi. So I'll go back and tell you. I was on with you. Are you back? Yes, Mom, I'm back. I gotta tell Mom I'm back. Uh-oh, my alarm's about to go off. A lot going on here. A lot of strands for the dudette. A lot of strands for the dudette. Yes, Mom. Yeah, on. How are you, Leslie? Windy in Colorado. Well, it's been windy in St. Joseph, Michigan, and 3 days ago, it snowed. And then today, it rained. And then today, during 11:11, it hailed. Bill Dietrich, you're out of Facebook jail, man. High five. Ooh, no. Virtual high five. Elbow. High elbow. Sent my friend a link, hoping he gets it. He actually called on my phone. You're not in the Bronx. I teach in the Bronx, but I live in New York City. Hi, Gail Boyd. Maybe Gail Boyd will think about coming on, because I know she's been to Jazz Fest. I'll put this out to you all now. Anyone that's been to Jazz Fest in New Orleans that would like to come on the show between now and this weekend, all through next week, and all through next weekend, come on and tell a story. Hi, Gail. That was so much fun. Alternative venues for jazz. That was on that live. I did that. Want to come up and be by me? Yes, I do. I really do. Oh, she's going to come behind me. She's going to come behind me. Gina, do you know Annette? Don't tell me you know Annette. So yeah, so that's what's going to be happening. People that have performed at Jazz Fest, people that have gone to Jazz Fest, people that want to go to Jazz Fest. So, because what they're doing at OZ this whole week, starting tomorrow, they're doing the cube, they're doing the grid, but with all recorded shows from the past. And like I mentioned before, Ella Fitzgerald's going to be on. You were there in 1990? I was there. This would have been my 27th or 28th Jazz Fest. So like I said, it's in here. That's where I was supposed to be there last night. And we had a bunch of gigs planned and just people that you're going to see and food that you're going to eat. And do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? Emily Clee. I miss you too, girl. Oh, Emily, you were at Jazz Fest last year. The last time I talked to you, I was a little worried about you. I'm glad you made it safely home from Jazz Fest, but I was super grateful to see you. So for many years, thanks to my dear friend John Glenn, who's a photographer, he was with USA Today for many years, and he and I met down in New Orleans 20 plus years ago. I'll get him on this week. We'll talk. His wife is on CNN, Frederica. Okay, I just thought there was a connection there. Hi, Evan. Hi. Frederica and John have been going to Jazz Fest for years, and John has been shooting at Jazz Fest because he was the photo editor for USA Today, which is how I know Jim, and I don't know where Jim is. Tim Spitali. Hi, Cafe du Monde. I would have been walking by there tonight. You so want to go? Yes. Well, Vinny, you need to come. So it was, they postponed it this year. If Katie ever does Jazz Fest, you'll go back and stay somewhere safe this time, because you'll stay with Katy Perry. Hi, Tim. Let's both stay with Katy Perry. We could stay on she'll probably get a whole floor of a hotel. Me, on the other hand, hello, Elizabeth Glenn, I stay at the International House Hotel because Rolf and I do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday during Jazz Fest at the International House. This year we were doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Not good with dates. 90-94 Jazz Fest for one day. You saw Dr. John and Buddy Guy. Right? Right? Shrimp Creole and Nola. Yeah, see you guys? Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? And miss her both night and day. And that must be hard, missing Jazz Fest. Oh, wow, yeah, you were with Smokey Joe. I was there in January for for Folk Alliance, which Folk Alliance is its own other festival, but to have Folk Alliance in New Orleans, there already are enough musicians in New Orleans, but then you add folk, jazz, string, any kind you can imagine, tap dancers, harpists, I know I said strings already, to New Orleans from all over the world. That was crazy. But, so I plan on going. I usually go, hi Gina DeValbo, I walked by your house yesterday, in between the snow and the sleet, or the snow and the hail today. Did you get the hail? What you want to do? Come here. She says, I want to be up by my mama. She's got her Mendo wear on. Hi, Carlin. We're talking Jazz Fest. We will be talking Jazz Fest starting tonight for the next 2 weeks. So if you've been to Jazz Fest and have an experience, I'd love to hear about it. In fact, possibly even have you come on the show. So I think it's time to call on... Oh, let me turn off my alarm. Turn off all alarms. And call my girl, Chef. We're calling Chef. I have have this new thing I do. Hey!
Katie.
Hi, beauty.
Hey.
How are you?
So good. Sitting on the porch, enjoying this gorgeous weather.
You know what I ended up doing? I turned on my, oops.
Oh, I have to turn the volume. I can barely hear you.
I turned on my heater.
Huh?
My space heater.
We finally turned off the AC today because it's cool enough tonight. Yesterday was hot.
How is the weather?
Tonight it's gorgeous. It's probably 68 degrees.
Ooh, perfect.
Clear.
So I would have been flying in last night around
Yes.
6:30, 7 o'clock. And tonight I think we would have hung out on the square and danced.
Had a little wine, maybe seen a few musicians.
There's usually a crawfish boil that I go to. Hi, Serena. It's a crawfish boil that I go to on this Wednesday night, the first Wednesday before Jazz Fest.
Really?
So I would have invited you.
Where is that crawfish boil? Where does it happen?
Down near Frenchman Street, down by Elysian Fields.
I'm sorry, you're very low volume and I have cars going by.
Near Elysian Fields.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Marinee.
Chef.
Hello,
Gina,
everyone.
you're on. You're on. Oh, wait. I have to, so I figured out something, but it's not quite working.
Okay. Well, I'm patient.
I have to get the right height, but I'm not getting it. Darn it.
I got nothing but time, hon.
Okay, I'll leave you right where you're at then. Wait, I got a cocktail.
Me too.
I did another fundraiser earlier, and it was for the Red Cross. So they were having red cocktails, and then I got inspired. I had just a juice one earlier, and this one has a little spirit to it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, this is Chef Jenna Mammina, and we know each other from many different lifetimes, but she lives in New Orleans. And she's my first New Orleans guest. So welcome, Gina. What's happening? What'd you make for dinner?
Tonight I made some chicken enchiladas from scratch.
They look really good.
They were pretty tasty. Yeah, it was, it sounds harder than it is. We just kind of make a bunch of stuff that tastes good. And then you put it inside a tortilla, wrap it up, and then you put a bunch of cream sauce on top and put it in the oven. It's not that, no herb in lasagna. It's just different ingredients.
You did chicken enchiladas, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. And how's your family doing? How you guys hanging?
Everybody's fine, and we're all good. Surprisingly good. I mean, we're just, healthy and and kids are bored, as you would imagine, but finding new and improved ways to, see friends. My son, I found out last night, is working out at 1 o'clock in the morning with his other pals. They all log into the same workout apps, and they do, they're 15 years old, by the way.
Right.
Sit-ups and push-ups, and they challenge each other, to who finished first. It's kind of crazy, but also kind of awesome that they find out ways to stay healthy. Because, he's in danger of just sitting in bed all day.
Oh, I've heard stories about kids not doing their homework and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, let's do this thing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, why not?
Because why not, right? That's when they're up. It is what it is.
I actually like to do yoga at midnight, so.
And why wouldn't you? Quiet, peaceful.
I think it's way better to do yoga at midnight than it is at 7 in the morning. I hurt myself at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, and the kids are finding inspiration with one another whenever they find their inspiration. And then it happens at 1 in the morning, it's fine. If it happens at, 11 in the morning, that's great also. It doesn't really matter as long as they're finding it.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
So, how long have you lived in New Orleans?
I've lived here on and off since 1993.
Okay.
5 years here, 5 years there. I've been back for about 7. So I give it maybe 15 years total.
Mm-hmm. So I was there a little bit on and off a couple times pre and post Katrina, and but we met in, as some of you know, we didn't meet, but we used to work in the same restaurant. Hi, Sunshine, in San Francisco. And then we were in New York at the same time, but we didn't know that either until
so we have many mutual friends in different places.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's crazy. And you have some friends on tonight too as well, yes?
I do indeed. My friend Jeff Coburn has joined us from, I know him from Maine, but he's been through Florida, Ohio now, I think, and something else. But new friend to you, old friend to me. And I think I have a few other friends. Is Jim on tonight? Jang?
He's not here yet. I don't know where he is. Jim?
Maybe not.
He's not. I don't see him. He's not lurking. He could be lurking, but I don't see him.
Could be spying from afar. Yes. And other than that, I think that it's mostly just me. So I'm having a Marilyn Monroe moment here. I wore a purple dress that I bought at Jazz Fest a few years ago, and it always makes me happy. I woke up today about the dress, strangely, and I put it on to wear on the porch tonight. Of course, on your face, you can't see the dress, but trust me, it's blowing in the wind, just as the Jazz Fest gods would want. So it makes me happy to be wearing it because it makes me realize that there's so much that could be going on that isn't, and yet here we are celebrating it.
Yes. Well, you said you were gonna get some hippie shit on, so I put on one of my best friends. Yeah, girl.
But it's like purple.
Yeah. I have purple on, purple tie dye.
Yeah, it's not tie dye. It's actually printed. It's quite pretty.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, what's great is it's like two dresses in one. It's like a big dress, a little dress, and when you walk, the big dress kind of. Yeah, I haven't been to Jazz Fest in a long time, but I appreciate it from afar.
Yes.
We can't all go there at will. Some of us, work.
Well, and I don't go every day. Like last year, I think I was there for both nights, or we did 8 nights during Jazz Fest at the International House, which is where I usually stay, or at the Loft, and then we also do a couple of brunches, and then sit in at a couple other places at down for Chuck. Oh, I got to get Chuck on this week too. I decided after talking to you, I texted about 10 people from Jazz Fest and ended up talking to 6 people between 11:45 and 11:05, and starting tonight and for the next 2 weeks, it's just about Jazz Fest and food and New Orleans. It's all New Orleans. Jazz Fest, New Orleans, anything.
I'm going to have to come back on and do my version of Crawfish Monica in quotes because you can't call it that, but it's like Creole crawfish pasta. I can do that. I know how to make that. It's not that hard.
Come and make that. Do you have any Jazz Fest moments?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shortly after I first moved here, I was working for a catering company called Food Art down on Carondelet Street. And it wasn't me, but the owner of the company, a woman named Nancy, she would have a booth at Jazz Fest every year, and I worked it. And it was one of the hardest things they ever did. And she did fried oysters with eggplant. We did some kind of brown rice. One of the first vegetarian dishes at Cedar. This is back in, mind you, 1990.
Sure.
Maybe, and it was like brown rice, vegetarian brown rice with something or other. But I mean, the health department would come through every 15 minutes and stick thermometers and stuff. And we were there, like, literally stirring gobs of butter into boiling, oysters. And they're like, sticking it in the butter. And I'm like, yeah, that's cold because it's butter, but put it in the boiling part. Like, that's the hard, like, they were very diligent. First of all, the Department of Health was very diligent about making sure it was safe, but they really didn't get the fact that, you can't tempt the butter, you got to tempt the boiler. But it was a lot of work, it was a lot of hard work, and that was awesome. That's one of the few times I went to Jazz Fest, and it was great to be on the inside, because, you really saw the meat and potatoes of what gets done and how hard people work to be there.
People work so hard.
Yeah, for real.
And do you have any Jazz Fest musical moments?
Yes. I I was in a at Jazz Fest. Well, yeah, I was on a bayou and a blow up kayak, also bootlegging, hearing the music, back in the 90s.
Yeah,
but what else? Being there, hold on, being there, yes, being at the gospel tent was incredible. I don't know who I saw, but I loved going to the traditional jazz tent and just seeing people that I'd never seen before live. I don't know who it was. I sound like an idiot because I don't really follow everybody. I don't know, but I was transformed by both the traditional jazz and the gospel tents, because to me, I'd always heard stuff on the radio, and they experienced it live before, and it was exceptional. I wish I could give you more details about who I saw, but everyone I saw was amazing, and I wish I had saved some kind of a flyer from 20 years ago, tell me who I saw, but, Jim, I guess you had a moment, and that's what I was doing, girl.
That's your moment. Jim just jumped on, so he's here, so we have more New Orleans representing here right now.
All right, well, good to be with you.
Good to be with you, too. I always, there's somebody every year, and right this minute I can't think of. I had some gospel moments last year, and I'm trying to think of, Bonnie Raitt was really special for me last year, and Herbie Hancock, and then my friends. Well, my friend Eric was on the other day, and he was playing with Little Feat, and so I was there for Little Feat. Backstage for Little Feat, and then backstage for Dave Matthews. And Dave Matthews sets up at I still call it the Ray-Ban stage, but it's the Acura stage. And on the Acura stage, there's this huge backstage area where they have bleachers set up for the your fans or friends. And Dave Matthews puts extra bleachers up.
Nice.
And, just to be hanging in that scene was kind of fun. And then run over to Jazz Tent, and then run over to everywhere. Jim, we're talking Jazz Fest moments. I'm going to have to invite you onto the show. My mom, everyone calls it the show now. Oh, I can't wait to see your show tonight. Who's going to be on your show tonight? Like, I guess it's a show.
Everybody wants you.
You look beautiful. You have the right light and everything. I have another light that I need to turn on, but I have a dog on my lap now, so I'm not going to get up and do it.
Of course, I've got security lighting. It's New Orleans.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's way better lit than my house inside. Inside is all dark and shit. I come out here, I get well lit. Seriously.
Okay, so my friend Melanie played the Heritage Festival with Linda Tillery and the Cultural Heritage Choir. Sure, that counts. That's New Orleans, girl, and that's with Linda Tillery, and it's all about the Cultural Heritage Choir. And if you see her, Melanie, will you please give her a hug from me, please, please, please? I see her on Facebook, and I love my Linda Tillery, and the last time I saw her was at Kurt Elling a year ago, right before Christmas, and I got a beautiful hug, and I think I even have a photograph of Kurt and Linda together. I think I'll have to look back, but if you do see her, so yes, that counts. But if you haven't been to Jazz Fest yet, you gotta go to Jazz Fest. Hi, Tom, with my most favorite last name next to mine, Champagne. My friend's last name is Champagne. Tom Champagne.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. I was gonna ask you, Gina, something, and now I've already gone on to 9 other conversations. Oh, are you still watching Shameless?
I am still watching Shameless.
Do you love it?
I love it. A couple seasons got sort of dark there, girl.
Yeah, they
dark.
do.
I mean, and I can be dark, but no, I love it. I think it's great. I am, and I think it's funny and sad and hilarious.
Yeah, it's brilliant writing, and the characters and you kind of remind me of the daughter.
Which one?
The hot one. Which one? Which one? Come on.
Fuck you, Fiona.
What's her Fiona? Fiona, right?
Yeah.
Don't you kind of get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Did your husband, has he seen it and noticed it?
He's not on the same season I am. He overheard me watching while he was doing something else. He's like, "That's funny shit. I have to start watching that." That's overhearing. So yeah, he's started watching it. I don't know that he shares. I don't know, but yeah, he's seasons behind me. But I don't know. Maybe I get it.
Oh yeah, you totally remind me of Fiona. And that's a good thing for me because I love Fiona.
Yeah, what's not to love?
Not much, not to love. What's that?
That's one of the nicest compliments I've ever gotten.
Wow. And you also look like my sister, so.
Well, you look like my sister too. What's weird is I have photos of my sister Jenna that you look so much like her. It's actually kind of freaking me out. I mean, she really, you look. I've always thought I look like Debbie, and I'm like, wow, Jenna looks like Debbie.
And I have photos of me that I look at, and I look at him and I go, is that me, or is that my sister? And she said the same thing. Like, I don't think we really look a lot alike, but when we're together, people, are you guys sisters? And yeah, no, we're not sisters. We do look more and more alike as we're getting older too. But
I think my sister Debbie is the link between you and I, because honestly, it goes me, her, you. I don't know where she's more like you're not, you're I, but I mean, it's kind of funny. Funny how that works. Italians and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's who we are. So what are you cooking tomorrow?
I don't know. We have a lot of leftovers, so chances are not much more than eggs for breakfast. And I know that we have to do some fresh vegetables today. Today was enchiladas, and so I have some broccoli, and there's always the good stuff, which is like. I
can't see you. We can't see you.
Oh, sorry. Here I am.
Beautiful. There she is.
Here I am. Hello. Try to get some salad stuff today. No romaine lettuce, no fresh green beans, no other things. I mean, it's not that we are out of fresh things, just that what I was looking for, we didn't. So probably try to go back to the grocery store as much as I can do. I try to only go once a week. May have to go back for a few things, but we'll make it. It's fine. Probably eggs on the menu tomorrow, broccoli for something else, some leftover. We have some spaghetti. I can make a lot out of nothing, but don't really have anything.
So you're going once a week to the store?
I try to go once a week to the store. We have a lot in the pantry of dry goods and stuff. Mm-hmm. So for fresh things, I mean, you'd be surprised what you can get by when you have like frozen stuff in the freezer, frozen beans and tofu and shit like that. You can try not to go out in public much.
Yeah, no. I still can't.
I mean, New Orleans,
Right. I can't even imagine what. Yeah.
I put on the for 6 feet. I go very strategic hours when there are very few people there. I try not to go when there are any more than 3 or 4 people in any store. I've been out of the house about 6 times in the past 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Maybe 7, which is weird for me because I'm like out every day usually, like every day. I mean, like out to see friends and socialize, and it's cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
I mean, right?
Have you driven down in the quarter at all, or?
No. Why would I?
I don't know.
No. I don't go there anyway. I certainly won't go there now. It's just depressing. Yeah. I usually go there anyway. I live here. I don't order unless I have tourists in town.
Yeah.
Like, really, this doesn't happen. I mean, it's nice, but
Hi, Heather. No. Yeah, I usually go up and over, and then when I'm working at the International House, I try to walk. I walk to Jazz Fest almost every day.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's a long walk. That's great. And I can see it. It's easy to walk. That's what's so great about New Orleans. Not like San Francisco. It's flat. You can walk everywhere forever.
Yeah.
And ride a bike, forget about it.
Oh, I love riding. I had a bike down there for years, and it was all full of stickers. And then I think my friends ended up giving someone the bike, which I was really happy about because.
I have the blue bike everywhere, so you don't even have to own one. You can just show up and take one. It's great.
Yeah. The blue bikes?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The rental bikes.
I do.
They're wonderful. It looks flat here. Anyway, it's different now a little. Hopefully we'll get back to something normalish, I guess, whatever that is.
We're going to get back to some things we did, and other things are going to be completely changed, and it's going to be all new and different. And
trust me, I know. I work, so
we'll just make it happen. Hi, Laura. But I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so happy that my dog is sitting on my lap. She was going to come too. They actually gave me that same suite where we hung out because she my friend at the International House said, "Well, I know Lillian's coming, so she needs to have her suite." So
nice.
Yeah.
I'm fading, and I'm so grateful to be here. But my phone is actually starting to fade. It's starting to break up on me.
Okay.
I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you all of Jenna's friends for putting up with my babble.
Well, let's cook something this weekend.
Let's do it. Celebrate New Orleans and think about New Orleans and all the great things that could be going on here right now. And if you can't have it here, a little part of it in your own place. Play a little music, do a little something, give a little love. And Jazz Fest doesn't have to be only in New Orleans. It can be everywhere.
Everywhere. Be a New Orleans wherever you are.
That's right.
And just so you know, in case you don't, OZ is playing, you know how you have the grid? They're doing all different shows. Yes. Little Queenie's going to be there. I can't wait to... I miss my little Queenie. So she's in heaven now, but she's going to have her own concert again at Jazz Fest. Who knew that would happen? Dr. John, everyone's going to be there. Thank you, Gina.
All right, love you, Mama.
I love
See
you
too.
Soon. Bye.
Yeah.
How do I do it here now?
I know, right? Happy to
nice dress. Nice dress, Marilyn.
Yeah, girl.
Thank you, Vinny. Hi, Laura. Gosh, thanks you guys for all being out and staying up. And I know it's different times for some of you. I don't see any. I saw a Maui person on earlier. There's Lillian Pearl. I think we're going to have to do one more quick late night stroll, as they say. So yes, if you have New Orleans stories and you'd love to share, send them to me and I might call you, or I will call you. We can make a plan and you can come on. As I said before, be a New Orleanian wherever you are, right, Lil? Right, Lil? Thank you, Mama, for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody else. Let's see. Heather and Shelley and Rich and Melanie and Tom Champagne, Jim Chang, J. Michael Tucker, Bill Winkler. Thank you, Bill. I will, Bill, if you're still here, I need to get the CDs together for you and put them in a box, tied with a ribbon, and take it to the post office. Thank you for ordering my CDs. Again, if you'd like to order CDs, I have lots of them. And I do have a Patreon page, and I have a Venmo account and a PayPal account, and I'm going to get Zelle. It didn't recognize my credit union, so I have to figure something else out. So if you feel like throwing a donation in, not mandatory, just accepting at this point. And we'll be doing New Orleans. All right. Good night. Love hard.